family, how you guys doing? How is everything? Like, how have you guys been? Guys, I have brought gist ogbonge gist for you guys like this. Like, I know I promised you guys I was going to tell you guys my story in my last video or in my last two videos, I don't know. So about how I relocated to Canada. So I'm going to be giving you guys the full gist. If you are new here, this is an ogbonge gist, how I japa from Nigeria. So go get your popcorn, go get your biscuit, or go get your mineral, your Coke. Yeah, I'm going to get my Coke right now, because as I'm just saying it with you guys, as you're watching this, I know you're going to be chilling with a wine, with your Coke, or with anything. So me, I want to be chilling with my Coke, right? So I want to give you guys full gist of how I japa and everything. So stay tuned and continue watching. If you're new to this channel, please subscribe. Thank you so much. So I'm going to be going into the gist in a jiffy. Let me go grab my Coke, okay? Let me do like Caris. Caris to say Tara. So Tara, I have my Coca-Cola with me. So let me just open it. So I'll be sipping it gently as I'm giving you guys the gist, so I don't get dehydrated. All right, so where will I start from? Okay, now this gist is actually a gist, should I call it my testimony, right? I'm going to say, yeah, it's a testimony, because it's actually something I prayed for, right? It's been a process, guys. So it's something I have prayed for, it's something I fasted for. So I'll say it's a testimony, it's a gist, and it's also an advice for those people that are about to japa, or are in the process to japa, or are thinking about, you know, to japa away from Nigeria, because right now everybody is japaing away from Nigeria, if there's any word like japaing. But anyhow, so let me go in details. I wrote it down because I don't want to forget any step, right? So first of all, how did it start, or where did it start from? How did the idea come about of, when did you start thinking of you wanted to travel? Guys, I started thinking of I wanted to travel 4 years ago, because all this while I've never had the plan, I've never had the mindset of actually relocating. I love the idea of traveling and, you know, returning back, right? Just go for an holiday or something, but not like relocating. So this started, I had the idea of relocating, I had the mind to travel 2018. That was when I was pregnant. That was the first time Canada ever came to my mind. After giving birth, or during when I was pregnant, yeah, I and my husband have it talked, like, oh, if you want to move, if you want to relocate, if you want to travel. And even at that time, I really was not having any plan to relocate. So the plan or the mind I had was maybe travel, go give birth, and come back to Nigeria. But when I gave birth, I think the whole scenario changed. There's this thing for mothers, you know, there's this thing that once you give birth, so many things will just change, your thoughts, your plans, because now you're no longer thinking about just you. You're not thinking of the little one you have. Like, you want to give them the best life, right? So, and you start thinking of ways of things to do. If you're even working, you see yourself wanting to like get multiple jobs or do multiple business for you to be able to make more money, to be able to give them the kind of lifestyle or the kind of life that you never had. So that was when those thoughts came in for me. Sorry guys, I pant a lot. I know I have unconsciously. I don't do it, like, I don't even know when I do it. Like, I do my mouth. Sorry guys if you hear that sound. It's annoying when I'm editing a video and I see myself doing that. It's annoying. At times I don't just want to post the video, but most times when I'm talking, I feel like I want to be conscious, but then I'm not. And when I'm editing, I see myself doing it 1,000 times, and it's annoying. So I don't know how you feel about it, but I'm really sorry. I'm really sorry. I'm trying to stop it. So I've done it again. I'm sorry. So as I was saying, I had this thing of, oh, I wanted to travel. So I and my husband, we had a talk, And my husband was like, okay, if you want to go, we're looking for means to relocate. What was going to be the best means for us? We were thinking of PRO, because at that time my head was not in schooling, so I was actually thinking of, let's do PRO. And we consulted or checked. The process was too long. You have to write IELTS exam, that's the English test. You need to have your degree, matters, right? And my husband has the highest of degree than me, and him at that point, because of business, work and business and all, he's not really, you know, I don't know, like his own mind is just for us, you get. So PRO wasn't really the thing for him, wasn't really like an option for him, because the higher for PRO, the higher your educational certificate or your education degree, the more chances for you for PRO. So I just had BSc, so we're thinking of other ways, and it was like, how about study? And he said, okay, if you want to study what course, masters or whatever. I thought about it. Most people that I know, nursing, I did. I'm like, okay, what profession like is best for me to go into? Like, I know that it's going to make me those, like, will make me money, and aside the money is the kind of profession that it's not really difficult for you to search for a job and get a job. Like, you can easily get a nursing job anywhere in Canada, anywhere in Canada, even in the US, right? So you can easily get. So I was like, okay, no problem, I would study nursing. This was 2019 or 20, I'd given birth, yes, I just gave birth. I gave birth 2018 December, so this was 2019 January we had this talk. So one day my husband went and I came back and was like, oh baby, I've applied for school. I'm like, are you serious? We just spoke about it a few days ago. Like, he was like, yeah, I've applied for school, God bless him for me. He was like, yeah, I just applied, this is good, this is the school. Okay, now this one I've sent him, what's the requirement, we checked. Okay, so I started with, so I'm going to be giving you guys all the tips on how to apply. I'm going to be making that video next, so on how to apply for schools in Canada, right? I'll give you guys the tip. We applied ourselves, no, we didn't use agents in applying for school. So I'm going to be giving you guys tips, steps to apply to school. That will be my next video. So as we applied, they asked for all our documents and everything, and then the school I'm studying right now, Lakehead University, reached out to us first, offered us admission, so we paid and we started the visa process. During the visa process, because we actually did not know much, you get, we actually did not research much about how to apply for visa or anything, because simply it's actually something you can easily do yourself. But then we contacted an agent, or yeah, let me say agent or consultants. I'm just, if I use consultant, immigration consultant, I just want to garnish the word. In Nigeria they are called agents, like traveling agents, right? So sorry guys. So we got one, or my husband's friend gave my husband one that he has used before, something, I think so. My dear, it was an horror movie. Like, these people most times, see, let me just tell you, the best thing you will do for yourself when you want to travel is, even if you want to use an agent, work with them hand in hand. Don't just feel like, oh, you've contacted them, you've paid them. All they just need is your money. And guess what? 100% of them will tell you have to pay them in full before the process, or while they are doing the process. They would not want to take 50% or even take 30% or take 40%. Then when the visa comes out, you pay them in full. No, they'll tell you pay them in full. So yeah, we did. We paid in full. Story. Visa came out, you know, and this agent will use their email. So we didn't know on time. Then reply came, we were denied. That was first, guys. I started this journey 3 years ago, or 3 years ago. 3 years ago, guys. That was when I started this journey. That was my first denial. 2019. It hits me. We reached out to the school. Immigration didn't work out. Whatever. We reached out and we were like, oh, okay. Do we want to revoke the admission? And by this time, guys, we already paid 50% of my fees. So my husband was like, no, we're going to try again, but is it possible for this admission to still be open? No, they were like, no, that we're going to apply again, but what we'll do is all the documents, our fees, everything, they'll just move it to my next application, so I don't need to submit anything again, but I have to apply. And then I don't need to pay for acceptance fee, because once they give you admission, you pay for admission fee, I think. So I'll be acceptance fee, I think that's what they call it, either admission fee or acceptance fee. So they were like, we're not going to pay for all that anymore. I was like, okay, no problem. So admission started November. We applied again, did the visa again. This period, I think we were using another, someone gave my husband another agent to say this is now 2020. We applied, and we got a denial. Guys, this second time it was frustrating, but I wasn't really, should I say, it has not rang in my head. You didn't understand. And the funny part is their reason is always silly, like your ties, because we had a very good great proof of funds. I'll call it great. We had very good great proof of funds in our accounts, but they were not getting it. They were like, my ties in Nigeria, my ties in Canada. I'm like, what's my ties in Nigeria? What's my ties? My husband is here. I'm just applying, me and my child, right? So it wasn't really a strong reason for them to deny us, but that was the only reason they had. So it got to the third stage. So that same year, 2020, my family friend introduced me to somebody, another lady that's Sweet Smart. All these agent people, one thing you should know is that they have Sweet Smart. Oh, they have Sweet Smart a lot. Sweet Smart a lot. They will Sweet Smart you. They will send you proof of all the people they've been doing for the acceptance, all the letter. They will never send you the one that they denied. They will send you all the ones that they gave them, that they gave visa, both the one that is from them and the one that they didn't do, but they will send you. They will just send you like they did it. So this lady Sweet Smart, like sweet talkers, oh, this is it, okay. But she tried. She actually helped us. Like, she actually made us make progress in our application, right? But she Sweet Smart us and everything, but we didn't use her. For one reason was because she was actually working with my family friend, and then they had an issue when the visa worked out and all that. So I was like, I don't want to work with somebody I have an issue with, especially money issue. My family friend paid, and the lady was saying, oh, you have to pay again, you understand, for you to get this letter that they sent, this approved letter, for me to send it to you, for you to go and submit it. So it was a back and forth thing for them, and I was like, we had an agreement, and I knew when they started they had an agreement, and I know my family friend paid, she did her part, right? But this lady just wanted an extra money. But that's cool, me and her, we are cool, we are like friends safe. So I told my husband that if we're going to do this time, we'll do this right. So one thing that I know the lady did for us that helped us was when she came, she was like, you know what, when they deny you, they only just send you one letter, right? But there are so many reasons, you get, that there's a way you apply, or there's a way you write them. I don't know how she did it, that you write them, they will send you the main reason, because visa process doesn't just go through one person, it goes through multiple persons, and depend, if it goes through 5 people, you need to get approved from those 5 people. So those 5 people have their reason of, they have different sections, different things they are looking at, so they have a reason of denying you. So we have to pay her, I think about 200 or 300, I can't remember, or $150. No, I think we paid 300 or so for me and my daughter, right? So we paid for 2, so she helped us, and we got a reply, and we saw all the reason. So I told my husband, if we're doing this, we have to do this right. These agent people will not tell you, they'll tell you just do this, but they will not tell you the main thing. In short, they don't even know. That is one thing I got to understand, or I got to pick from my process of applying. They don't even know about so many things, you get. A lot of them don't know. I used to tell my husband, see, a lot of them don't even have international passport, like Nigeria international passport, talk less of the visa. But they'll promise you hell, like as if they will Sweet Smart you, as if it's their father that is the immigration officer that is going to accept you. So in case you have agent that are Sweet Smarting you like that, don't fall for it. Don't fall for them. at all. Work with them hand in hand, right? So one thing I knew we were having issues with was our letter of explanation. It wasn't detailed enough. We gave it to the agent to do. We just told them what and what to write, right? And they wrote it. That was the first mistake we were making. So this time we wanted to correct it. So we contacted correct immigration lawyer in Canada, not in Nigeria. Like people that work with immigration. So we contacted them. We looked online. You can go online, search a lot of them. We looked for, although they didn't really, because we still provided everything. All we just did was to send our document to them and they help us submit it, right? But they gave us in detail. So they advised us that our letter of explanation, we should look for a lawyer. So we had to look for a lawyer to help us write it and stamp. So we wrote everything, like the things you explain. Now one thing we're not doing, we had proof of funds, but we're not explaining the proof of that funds, right? Like if you have 5 million in your account, you have to explain how did you come about that 5 million? Did you work for it? Have you saved it over time, right? Or was it like a gift, or somebody, you understand, like somebody gave you, or you sold a property and you were able, that was how you acquired that money, or you've been working your salary, that was how you acquired the money, right? You have to explain how you acquired the money, your work you're doing, how much you're receiving, right? You have to explain those things like in details. Then you have to explain the cost, whatever cost you're going for in Canada or you're coming to in Canada. And if you've done any course before, you have to relate, you have to explain why, especially if you're someone that maybe you did like me, I did biochemistry before and now I'm coming for nursing. I have to explain the relations between this. If I've been working, I have to explain the relation of my work to the course I'm coming to do and to my previous course. You have to connect everything. We're getting those wrong in our application, like we're not in the letter. So you have to explain in details. And now you have to explain in details. If you come, how do you care for yourself? So I'm going to be saying all these things in my next video about I'm going to explain all these letter whatever of explanation in the video where I am in the video where I'm going to talk about immigration. But I don't know when I'm going to make that video, but I promise you the next video I'm making is how to apply for school, right? So maybe when I'm talking about immigration, how to apply and other stuff to immigration, things to look out for, I would mention everything about the letter, what it should contain. So aside that, let me go back to my gist. Those immigration like broke it down for us. So we contacted a lawyer, we wrote the letter ourselves, sent it to the lawyer. The lawyer went through it. I think whether read proof or sand proof, I don't know what they call it, corrected the ones, the English and everything that had to be corrected. And then after we corrected it, you need a court stamp on it, right? Then your documents, there are some documents you need a court stamp to show that they are authentic, like they are original copies, like, you understand? So we did those, we did all those as well, like stamp, court stamp and all. And then I think bank and other stuff. Then we sent it to the immigration lawyer. This was 2020. I think we applied early because 2020 we applied twice. The first one was denied. In short, the second one, this one I'm explaining now. Let me come to this one. So now I've gotten 2 deniers, right? That's why I said it's a testimony, especially for those that are still applying. Maybe they've denied you once or they've denied you 2 times. Don't give up. If it's something, if it's something your mind carries, if it's something that you feel your dreams or your plan, whatever, don't give up. Keep doing it. Try to know what you're doing wrong and continue, right? And try again. So this one, we told ourselves it was good. I told my husband, see, this is because I was putting so many things on hold. I had so many business I wanted to start up, but I couldn't because I didn't want to start up a business and then I sell off things and all that. That was the same thing I did when I was in Port Harcourt. Then I got married and relocated to Lagos. You understand? Like I sold off my business and everything. I didn't want to do that again. So it was putting my business on hold. So I was just hoping. This time we're already praying. I think 2020, yeah, I was already praying Hallelujah Challenge. I was already praying my passport after the second denial. When we were doing this third one, I fasted, I prayed. We did Hallelujah Challenge that year. That was during lockdown. Yes, that was during lockdown. We did Hallelujah Challenge. I would carry my passport and dance around it and shout and say, God, you see this last one we are doing, this is it. We applied, and then because we kind of applied a bit late, we didn't hear from them on time till school started. But because it was lockdown, everywhere was on lockdown. It was that COVID year 2020, so the school was online, was fully online, so I could start up with them. I was attending lectures, writing quiz, writing tests, doing everything online. We started September. I think I wrote the first test like October. We wrote tests. Then around that October, or October ending, or thereabout to November, or I think October ending, I wrote the dates down. October ending, we got a reply from our immigration lawyer that was helping us in Canada, and said it was denied. In short, see, I don't know if you've experienced heartbreak before, or if you've ever lost. I've not really lost someone I really love or something, so I don't know how that feels. But if you've experienced heartbreak before, hey God, this was more than heartbreak. I was devastated, because at this time I'd started my lash business, I started my brows business, but because of the lectures I had to put them on hold. I would only work in the morning. I would just do only one client in the morning, right? So any client that come, I'll tell them I'm fully booked, I'm fully booked. I do it in the morning because of the time difference. So I have up to like maybe 11 to work. Then when it's like around 12:1, that is when it's morning in Canada. So our morning classes, I'll start up with them till late night. I was receiving classes till like midnight, 12, 11. So it was devastating knowing that I've started class, I've put all my energy, my strength, reading to ensure I pass tests and all that. So that heartbreak was, I cried. I would not even lie. I'm like, God, what is this? I have prayed. I think that was the year I started NSPPD. That August, I started NSPPD that August, during the period we were applying, or we've applied, I can't remember. But I think that was the period I knew about NSPPD. I started praying in NSPPD. So I'm like, God, I've fasted, I've done this. Is it that my destiny is not? In short, that was my conclusion. I'm like, because I don't know. I know I'm praying hard, and I know the God that I serve used to answer my prayer even before now. Like if I pray for something, I get it. So I'm like, what is not happening? In my mind, I'm like, oh, maybe God does not want me to travel. Maybe my destiny is not there. Maybe my destiny is in Nigeria. Maybe there's something I need to do in this Nigeria. Maybe I want to achieve something in this Nigeria. I started saying, like, to encourage myself. I started putting in all those things. Then the immigration lawyers contacted my husband and told my husband that, you know what, right now, the shocking thing is this reason was nothing. Like, now their reason was they were not sure I was going to come back to Nigeria after studying, which of course before, how will I come and spend millions of naira to school year and go back to Nigeria where they are paying nurses 50,000 or 100,000? Am I mad? You get? So why will I want to return? I don't understand. Why will I want to go back to my country? I then not hearing the news of what is happening in Nigeria, so why will I want to go back? But then, yeah, they were correct, but it wasn't a strong reason, because you guys, you open your immigration spots, you guys say you are looking for people. Guys, you know the number of people Canada welcomes in every year, or not even just welcoming every year, that they always put out that they need this set of, they need this number of people. Although not just from Nigeria, from every other part of the world. There are people from India that are coming to Nigeria, people from that are coming to Canada, people from Europe, people from Afghanistan. Like, you guys personally even go to Afghanistan and be where, I think it's Afghanistan, like to carry them without visa safe, to carry them and come. So why will you see somebody that is even willing to pay and do all those things, and even pay, like, I'm even helping the economy, coming to pay millions of dollars, coming to pay, sorry, millions of nairas or thousands of dollars in your school, because international student fee is expensive. I'm helping your economy, and you guys will still say you are not sure of me returning back to Nigeria. It was crazy. But then the immigration lawyer said they were going to appeal it. See, at this point I had given up. I told my husband no, because I didn't want to go through the headache of putting my hope, right, and then the letter of you're not eligible or something like that would come. Like, this last one broke me down. Like, so I told my husband, see, I'm not going to be involved, right? My husband was like, let's just try. Okay, this last one, let them just appeal. Let's just see. If we don't try, what are we going to gain? If we try and we get it, what? My husband was just encouraging me, that he knows I'm feeling, that he feels that way too. Do I know how much he has spent, how much he has to pay these immigration lawyers and everything, that it pains him too. That's why let's just give it this last try. He sure sweet smart me. And I told him I don't want to be involved. They can do it, you understand? Let them do it. But I don't even want to hear it. You get, don't tell me. So even if the letter comes and they say we still are not eligible, no problem, don't tell me, you guys should take it. My husband was like, okay, no problem. So they went ahead. I actually did not know when they started until, so that October, November, I think the immigration lawyer appealed. Then December, the immigration lawyer was like, told my husband that, oh yeah, the appeal has been, now if you appeal, they are going to either approve or reject. You have to like put your reason of appealing, you understand? Like, you have to state it well. It's just like in court, you have to state your case well, right? So that's that. So I think they had to state the case well while they're appealing. So, and it was approved for them to for them to go through our documents again, this time assigning it to a different set of people, or maybe assigning to another country, I don't know. But according to what the immigration lawyer said, they are assigning it to different set of people to go through it. So he said that's a good step. So my husband said, oh, they are appealing. I said, okay, no problem. So that time it was not like, oh, we have to go print proof of account again. See guys, if you're in Nigeria, you know the headache, you know the issue of going to bank. Like, I was tired of going to bank to print statements every time. I was really tired. So at that point, I think me and my husband even had an argument that morning. Go and print statement. I told my husband, I'm tired, I'm not going to the bank. You see me, so you see today I would not go. But it sure sweet smart me. I think maybe dash me money, I can't even remember, for me to go to the bank that day. So I did. And yeah, they started. I didn't put my mind, nothing. I think around April or March, I can't remember, I think March, they now asked us to go bring a fresh, okay, no, not like a fresh, we should go to our bank. I should go to my bank, my husband should go to his bank, because we're using both statements, and prove and send the bank to send them our statements. You understand? Not we now sending them, but the bank should send. So which we did. A month later, I think either May, I think around May or so, they asked us to go print, to go do medicals. I was like, so even when they asked us to bring statement of account, my husband was like, okay, this is like, we've never got to this stage before, right? So this is like 30% up. When they told us to go do medicals, my husband was like, no, this is 75%, like 75. Once they refer you to go do medicals, they've already approved, they just need your medicals to add. We went, we did our medicals. I think I heard from them July. They sent my email July that I've been approved. I should go submit my passport for me to move, or for them to put my visa on my passport. But then we're now waiting for Carrie's own. So because I felt, oh, we did together, so I was just waiting. You know, if you've applied before, if you submitted your passport, they'll tell you 30 days, right? Within the day you received your letter, 30 days for you to submit your passport. So I was waiting. Week 1, I didn't hear from them for Carrie's own. Week 2, I didn't hear from them. I think week 3, I had to go. So okay, week 3, I had to, no, week 3 I heard, I mean week 2 or so, either week 2, week 3, and I heard from them. They was like, let me go do Carrie's medicals. I'm like, we already did. So we had to call the hospital, email them, and sent them our details and all for them to send Carrie's medical results to them, which they did almost immediately. So I had to go submit my passport because time was running. So I think I'd already gone to submit my passport, maybe 2 weeks or 3 weeks. My passport was already on its way back to me. Then we got a letter from Caris that oh, Caris is eligible. Let's go submit our passport. See, that day, oh, I did not sleep. That day, we got it early. That day, immediately, I went to DHL to send Caris' passport to them. And that was it, seriously. So we submitted, we started waiting. So at this time, it was taking time, and school was to resume September, and we're already in August. So I think I and my husband, we just put our hope, and we booked our flight, I think about 2 days to when school was about to resume. That was when we booked our flight, and Caris' passport came 2 days to the day we were moving, a day to the day we were leaving. Either 2 days or a day to the day we were leaving. That was when Caris' passport came back. Like, it was a test for me. Hey God, see, the day I received, guys, you didn't know the joy. The day I received the letter that you've been approved, I was in my car that day with like 2 of my, then you guys, I am so with 2 of my team members. We were discussing, and I just got an email I just saw from our immigration lawyer. I just opened it, like, you know those kind of email you get and you just open immediately. I just opened it immediately, and I saw her. Like, I just opened the letter. Hey, I shouted. I called my husband. These people didn't understand. They were looking at me. What was wrong with you? But I called my husband. Baby, they've given us Canada visa. They've given us. I was like, really? I said, yes, check my email. So he checked and was like, oh wow, Jesus, after all these years, guys, it took 3 years. Why I said it's a testimony is because it's a struggle. Like, the struggle, the money that was spent, the whole heartbreak, the tears, the prayer, the fasting. So it's a testimony to me. I don't know so many of you that have gone through this process. You know how it feels. Definitely will understand the heartbreak. I got 3 good times before I got my visa. So it's crazy. Like, it was on the 4th attempt I was able to get it. So you definitely see, and why I said is an encouragement for others, for people that have actually applied to any country, could be UK thing, but you feel like this is what you just need. Just keep doing, right? Just keep doing. Go through, do your research. That is one thing, because trust me, what these people need is actually not so much, right? It's actually not impossible. It's very possible, you get, but do your research. Ensure you're doing it correct. You might be doing it, but you might not be doing it correctly. Like I said, we were writing the letters, but we're not writing it correctly, you get. So ensure you're doing it correctly. And if you have the money, yeah, school is one of the, if you have the money, coming to Canada to using the schooling route is one of the easiest things, like easiest step for you to use. But if not, then try to do PRO. Though PRO takes time, but yeah, most people I know used PRO. I know this video is becoming too long, and I wanted this gist to be like, I wanted to give you details, everything that happened, right? So this is my testimony, this is my life, this is what happened. Right now I'm in Canada. That is it, guys, and I hope you enjoyed this video. So comment down if you have been planning to travel. Comment down below, like, comment down below and let me know what your struggles have been, right? If you've had any struggle, comment down below. If you already in Canada and you went through this struggle as well, please comment. For those that I need people that are already in Canada to actually give their testimony, give your struggle, because trust me, there was no one, it wasn't really easy. I don't think there's one person that come to this Canada that the process was easy for. Just let me know down below, right? What the process, how your process went, how you got it, and everything you had to do. Please comment down below. Thank you. I love you guys so much. And if you've watched this moment, please subscribe down below, subscribe to my channel. Thank you, and give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. Give me a thumbs up. And also, if you want to know how I applied for my study permit, not for my study permit, if you want to know how I applied for my study, like to apply to a university, it's actually not a big deal, it's not difficult, but some people actually don't know the step, right? So comment down below. I'm going to do a video, detailed video, how step by step how you apply to schools here, things to watch out for, things you need to know before you apply to any school. So comment down below, and I love you guys. Mwah.